Hey y'all, Arch here. I just wanted to kind of show off what this PNGTuber actually looks like and maybe kind of show how it's all set up. So I guess I'll just hop right into it. So the first thing is that like I actually have the entire draw itself inside of AZ Painter, which is a drawing program I like using a lot. Originally, I just had all of the draw itself, like all the line work, kind of a mostly on kind of one layer, so I actually ended up needing to separate some things out. But as a result, I ended up making these like layer folders that allow me to toggle on and off different layers. Like this right here be blinking. And then I had like I actually had to put the mouse and stuff inside of the head itself so the layer topology would not like overlap in a weird way. So I have mouth closed, and then I have like mouth open. And essentially what I would actually do is I would hide everything except for the parts that I was actually interested in. And so, like, I guess you can see here that's the overall layer situation is, well, there's a lot here. I historically have done this a lot with a lot of my drawings, but as I kind of got more confident in the way that I sketch things, the less often I would actually need this number of layers. But uh, it felt kind of interesting, like need to go back in order to kind of redo some of this stuff so that I could actually later adjust things, because turns out some of the invisible stuff is actually important too when you have a PNG tuber that kind of animates on its own a little bit. But yeah, if I were to just export everything into its own sort of like PNGs, I end up getting a fold that looks a little bit like this. So we have like a body here, we have eyes closed, eyes open, head. These two things anchor to each other, mouth closed, mouth open. And this isn't really a part of the actual PNGTuber rig. This is actually just used for the background in OBS itself. But when I kind of combine that all together, I end up getting something that looks like this, which this is PNGTuberPlus, which this top bar here determines when mouth is open versus not. This right here is the actual gauge for my microphone. So if I were to adjust this down, mouth stays open a lot more. If I were to adjust this up, it takes a lot more for this to actually, you know, actually open. But do you see this noise level that's in the background here? Watch what happens when I drag this down. Notice that it stays open more. If you have very little noise, you can actually put it way up high to make it look almost as if you are enunciating every single syllable, but it picks up a lot of background noise. And it looks weird when you do things like notice how the mouth just sort of bounces open and close super often. And as long as I have something like this in a transparent window like this, you can actually share it with OBS in a way that doesn't show the stuff that's behind it. If you don't have transparency support, you could also set a background color and chroma key it inside of this here, but I just currently have it set to transparent. As for the actual way that it's laid out inside of here, you can see the actual layers that are hidden in kind of a little bit of a off, well, very transparent color. And if I were to click one of these, I have essentially the ability to change the X frequency, Y frequency. That's determining how much the head bobs up and to the side, how much it's able to rotate, which I haven't 100% figured out yet. Squash is just slight amounts of squash. Like notice how the head kind of gets shorter and taller whenever when something bounces. That's squash and drag. And then the overall topology here, body. This means that if I move the body, it will move all the stuff underneath it as well. If I move the head, it'll move all the stuff underneath it. But if I move one of these, it doesn't actually move whatever is above it. And that right there was done with this like link sprite thing, where I just actually imported stuff all together. So you kind of put that all together and you end up getting a little PNG tuber. And you end up getting something that looks kind of like this. And I think that's really cool. Anyway, hope you like that demo. I just wanted to see if I can make something with this at all. I might use this for streaming, not sure yet. I guess tell me what you think. Bye.